Hello everyone, I'm Amanda Salinas and thanks for watching this CrimeWatch YouTube exclusive where we take a look at recent crime stories making headlines in our area. Is there a serial killer in Austin? People from across the country are asking that question after 4 bodies have been found in Lady Bird Lake during the last 2 months. Even more over the last decade. Police say there is no serial killer and they don't suspect foul play. But internet sleuths are hard at work. Fox 7 Austin's Amanda Ruiz spoke with Austin Police Chief to get some clarity.
In the last 2 months, 4 bodies were found in Lady Bird Lake near Rainey Street. 30-year-old Jason John's body was found on February 13th. The body of 40-year-old Clifton Axtell was found on March 5th. 33-year-old Jonathan Honey found on April 1st. And most recently, 30-year-old John Christopher Hayes Clark found on April 15th.
Our initial information doesn't show anything suspicious.
But despite police repeatedly saying no foul play is suspected, rumors continue to swirl of a potential serial killer in Austin. One media report even calling it the Rainey Street Ripper. A Facebook page called Lady Bird Lake Serial Killer currently has over 71,000 followers. Posts are made on almost a daily basis with theories and claims that support the idea of a serial killer. The posters coming to their own conclusions based on the number of bodies found in the lake. One user writing, quote, "Just admit there is a whole serial killer here already." Another writing, quote, "I've always thought it was a copycat of the smiley face killer." And, quote, "APD still saying there's no evidence of a serial killer?"
Nothing has come to light that would indicate that there is a serial killer in Austin.
Austin Police Chief Joseph Chacon says he knows about the rumors and says they're just not true.
I realize that there is a rampant rumor about a potential serial killer here in Austin. We've found no evidence of that.
Chief Chacon adds these deaths aren't anything out of the ordinary.
It's tragic. It's a horrible circumstance that we have these.
He says people have died in the lake every year for a long period of time.
And so some of them are accidental. Unfortunately, some of them are also suicide.
He says APD will continue to investigate each case as they come and says if anything changes, the public will know.
And when we can and when it's appropriate to draw conclusions that some of them might be related, believe me, we would be passing that information along to the public very promptly.
Amanda Ruiz, Fox 7 Austin News.
While police say there's no indication of foul play, the public continues to have concerns about safety on Rainey Street improvements, despite the fact that there have been improvements there. Though it wasn't on the agenda, residents spoke up during Austin's recent Public Safety Committee meeting. Fox 7 Austin's Chris Lemko has the story.
My name is Tara. I'm the partner of Jason John, whose body was pulled out of Lady Bird Lake 2 months ago.
I'm also a friend of Jason John's. I'm calling to speak about the safety measures on the trail.
Rainey Street safety wasn't on Monday's Public Safety Committee meeting agenda, but it was the main topic of conversation during public comment.
Since the last time we spoke, once again, another body has been pulled out of Lady Bird Lake. I don't know how we can speed this up to put in the requests to get these to stop.
While efforts for permanent safety improvements to the trail are underway, temporary lighting and fencing has been installed. But many saying it's not enough or not moving fast enough.
I've been bartending on Rainey Street since I moved here. There have been limited lights put up, no cameras, no efficient patrolling, limited fencing around the problematic areas around the lake.
When I went by the trail at night, right where Jason would have been last seen, it was still extremely dark.
The limited lighting was something we experienced. We had a camera on Rainey this weekend during the early morning hours.
Please expedite the processes of cameras and emergency blue lights. Promises are being made and measures are being passed, but it's really just taking too long. I would really advocate for progress over perfection, because the more time that's spent figuring out what the right solution is and analyzing and getting everything in order is just more time for another life to be lost.
It's absolutely heartbreaking to listen week after week. The families who've lost loved ones on Rainey Street.
The most recent update on safety efforts came Thursday. The city manager sharing with council the status of a, quote, interim pedestrian safety plan. As part of that plan last week, a consultant group walked the trail at night and drafted recommendations for permanent improvements.
I know that this is top of mind for council as well as for the city manager's office, and they are working to ensure that the lighting and the cameras are installed properly and help correct some of the safety-related concerns that are occurring on Rainey Street.
Carissa Lemkel, Fox 7 Austin News.
Meantime, the family of the man who was most recently found dead in Lady Bird Lake wants answers. They want to know what happened and how their loved one ended up in the water. Fox 7 Austin's Meredith Aldis has more.
Regan Aparicio and Chris Clark grew up in East Austin. They met at Eastside Memorial High School.
Everybody who knows him as class clown, super smart, super athletic, super outdoorsy, love camping.
Aparicio and Clark have a son.
He was the love of my life, my son's father. And I just don't think that, I just want answers.
She says she saw Clark on Easter Sunday, but just 6 days later, he was found dead in Lady Bird Lake.
I don't know how he would end up there. That's the concern. I don't know. And I don't think that he took himself there from, knowing Chris.
It gives you so many weird possibilities and scenarios, what could have happened and how to get in there. Did somebody push him? Did he jump? Just start thinking so many things.
And they say they don't have answers.
All we know is what we're being told and what you guys are seeing in the world, and we're here and we're seeking for answers, and we just want to let the world know that, whatever happened to him, we are going to fight for him. We are going to get justice for him.
Aparicio and Parker now become a part of an unfortunate group of family members whose loved ones have been found dead in Lady Bird Lake. 4 bodies found in just 2 months.
I do want to find out what's going on at that lake, because there's obviously something going on.
The medical examiner has not released the autopsy reports for any of the bodies found in the past 2 months, so the causes of death are still unknown. The Austin Police Department says they don't suspect foul play.
For the cops to say they don't know, I feel like they do know, because it's been too many people for so many years.
Aparicio is warning others to be careful.
We are our community, and we all need to be trying to stick together so that something like this doesn't continue to happen, because families are hurting. I'm hurting. I'm devastated.
Meredith Aldis, Fox 7 Austin News.
An Austin woman was attacked near the Barton Creek Greenbelt during a day hike. She says she's still waiting for police to help track him down. Fox 7 Austin's Kelly Saberi has the story.
Isabella Rick says she's been hiking the Violet Crown Trail for the past 6 years and has always felt safe there and has always felt safe in Austin. But that sense of safety was shattered on Monday when she was attacked near the 3/4-mile marker. For those familiar with the area, it's not far from the Spyglass Drive trailhead. As she was crouching down, looking at some flowers, a man came up behind her and grabbed her at the waist. He told her to come with him, and she immediately pushed him off of her. The man continued to follow. When she pulled out her phone to call the cops, that's when he ran away. She ran back to the trail entrance where there was better cell service and dialed 911.
And it was just endlessly ringing. Then I went to file an online report, and they told me that I had to call them to speak with somebody, so I did, and they said that somebody would call me back to take the report, and so far no one has.
Fox 7 Austin reached out to APD about this incident but has not heard back just yet. She says she likely won't be returning for a hike anytime soon, but when she does, she'll bring a weapon. Reporting in South Austin, Kelly Saberi, Fox 7 Austin News.
One man is dead after being shot by law enforcement in Manor. It started as a carjacking call near highways 290 and 130. The Travis County Sheriff's Office says the deputy involved is on standard administrative leave and the Texas Rangers are leading the investigation. Fox 7 Austin's Angela Shen has the details.
The regular flow of traffic goes along 290 on Friday. Very different from the scene Thursday night that wasn't so ordinary. Some people were surprised to hear about a man shot by police.
It's very shocking. It's a safe, calm area. Normally we don't have issues like this, so I'm very shocked.
The Travis County Sheriff's Office got a call Thursday about a man walking in the middle of the road. 4 minutes after that, Austin police told the Sheriff's Office and Manor Police that a suspect was trying to stab and carjack a victim. It's not clear what the victim's condition is. Authorities thought the two cases were connected and went looking for the man. They found him about 20 minutes later, and officers say he wasn't cooperating and had a knife. A deputy used a taser on him, and they say that didn't work. One deputy and one Manor officer fired their guns, hitting him. They tried to save him, but he ended up dying. They also said when they were trying to save him, they noticed a knife on him. His identity hasn't been released yet. As the investigations into what happened play out, some people are hoping it was just a one-time happening.
Not fearing for my safety at all. Our officers here are really good.
That was Fox 7 Austin's Angela Shen reporting. A predator sexually assaulted an 11-year-old girl and was caught on a Ring doorbell camera. It happened at an apartment in Southeast Austin earlier this year.
A predator sexually assaulting an 11-year-old girl was caught on a Ring doorbell camera. It happened at this apartment complex in Southeast Austin earlier this month.
Stranger attacks are very, very rare. They don't happen often at all, and stranger attacks against children are even more rare.
Investigators say the man followed the girl from the pool area towards an apartment unit. The video shows the man grabbing the girl, pulling her close and touching her. The survivor, an 11-year-old girl, says the touching was in a sexual manner.
The reason that this is so important and that we're very concerned is that somebody who is emboldened to take action like this, to attack a child in the public, is obviously somebody that we have grave concerns about.
Police say residents confronted the man and he fled. Now, the community's help is needed to identify the suspect and find him. He's described as a Hispanic male, 30s or 40s, 5'5" to 5'7", heavy-set, black hair and facial hair.
We have no other information to suggest he has duplicated this action, but these actions were very brazen.
That was Fox 7 Austin's Meredith Aldis reporting. Antonio Corderos Rios was sentenced to 10 years probation for aggravated assault causing serious bodily injury. His victims packed the courtroom, saying they all banded together to catch him. Fox 7 Austin's Amanda Ruiz finds that this was a long time coming for the victims, and even though it was empowering to be there together, the sentence was very disappointing.
Tuesday, Antonio Cordero Rios was sentenced to 10 years probation for aggravated assault causing serious bodily injury and injury to a child.
Your sentence is too lenient. You got off easy for what you did. I've heard no remorse from you. I've heard no apology.
On June 30th, 2021, Lynn Isaac became the first of 10 victims. She was the one to speak after his sentence was read.
You're a monster, and I do not forgive you for what you did to me.
On that day, Lynn was on a run when she was confronted by a stranger in a mask.
After I passed you, I could sense your evil behind me. I remembered looking behind me and seeing you sprinting towards me and grabbing me.
Her Apple Watch captured the chase and struggle that lasted 7 minutes. After being told it would be tough to find out the person who did it by police, Lynn took to Nextdoor and found out other women had encountered the suspect.
While you were hiding, all of your victims were piecing clues together to find you. In the end, it was you that helped us.
Those victims were able to piece together the make and the model of the car, as well as the license plate, even creating a map of where all the incidents happened. These efforts eventually led to Cordero Rios' arrest.
This, in my opinion, is such an incredible story of women in our community coming together, using social media in a way that's positive.
And even though Lynn was the only victim to speak out, the other victims were right there in support.
We were very lucky to come together and bring all the women together to support each other.
On top of 10 years probation, the judge announced Cordero Rios must stay away from all victims and children and register as a sex offender. His defense attorney told Fox 7 his client is remorseful.
My client, in pleading guilty, recognizes his actions. He's accepting responsibility.
The judge assured the victims this is a zero-tolerance probation.
I give you my word. It's on my watch now. There will be no more survivors. This is it. It ends here.
Thank you for watching the Fox 7 Austin Crime Watch YouTube exclusive. Our Crime Watch stories run each Monday on Fox 7 Austin News at 9. For more on the stories highlighted in this episode, you can head to our website, fox7austin.com, and don't forget to subscribe to the Fox 7 Austin YouTube channel.